I've been accused by family, acquaintances, friends, or former coworkers, or some people in the military I used to serve with, of probably caring too much, or probably not caring enough on certain things. And that's true of every human being. We got things that we like, and we got things we don't like. But something that I've never liked is the divide that's raged among our people for all these years. Even as a child, I've never been into cliques. I've never been into people bullying people. I try to avoid it, as much as I can. Because I've been on the receiving end of it. It's nothing fun, whether it be from your own or from people outside the community. But as I gotten older, I realized that our people in particular have been manipulated to a point where instead of us sticking together, we attack and run away from each other. So when I see these videos on YouTube from our people on degree, and it's not a diverse opinions on here, and I hate to say that it's not a big diverse, because either you got the booty shaking hood videos, or the black man black woman videos, or you got the semi-conscious to unconscious black videos on here, and there's no in between usually. Now I tried it. Now people are gonna say it's odd when you talk about racism, but I don't talk about racism. And people, when people hear racism, they think of just blacks being subjugated to hatred, but it's all encompassing, whether it be in politics, religion, media, relationships, education, even sex. That's all encompassing, okay? So when I do my videos, I think about things that we should talk about, things we do talk about and are afraid to talk about publicly. Now, me, considering the decade I was born into, the decade that I came into knowledge of myself to a degree, in the decade, those following decades, I said I'll be less than a man not to be able to speak up and speak out about the abuses that I or my people have experienced. I'll be less than a man to not to point out to our people how we're being manipulated by major corporations, politicians, and religious figures. Now, I find it funny, and speaking of religious figures, let me put this out real quick. I find it funny how we would knock Reverend Jackson, Mr. Farrakhan, Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, and whoever out there as being money hungry, self-hating coons, or whatever term you want to use. But every Sunday, a majority of y'all go to church and sit in front of the same type, the pastor that you say these guys are. I don't see these men or women leading marches. I don't see them talking truth to power. I don't see them trying to engage y'all in controlling what goes on within your community. Now that I got that off my chest, I can go into something else. What troubles me about our people is that we've allowed outside forces to join together and say, we got to keep the black man and the black woman, the black child away from each other. And if you think I'm exaggerating, look at some of the videos that those of us have put out here talking about black love, black relationships, parenting being parents. Parents being parents. Notice those videos are flagged or voted down or get no views. But the videos that show us sexualizing ourselves, being violent, being stupid are in the millions and millions of hits. And a lot of times y'all think those are other brothers and sisters putting those videos up. They are not. What happened is you got all kinds of websites out here. Every website, every perverted thing you can think of. You got websites that are black and adult. And what I mean by that is it's sexualized, like white websites. And some of the brothers and sisters are putting images up out there and videos out there that I don't think they want the whole world to know. But a lot of our people, surprisingly, don't come on YouTube. Or they don't go around and look at different videos or different searches, right? So what happened is people see a sister out there shaking her ass. And they think it's a black woman putting it up there or a black man. But a lot of times it'd be other people. But then those who are black and weak-minded and want to join in on the craze or the fad at the moment, they start doing it. So now you got all these videos up here of our women shaking their ass. Now, I'm not a prude. I like seeing naked women, but it's a time and place because I know YouTube, I know kids got access to YouTube. Okay? So, I did some videos talking about that. Notice I got hate from sisters saying you don't want us to express that. Sisters, it's other ways you can express yourself. If you want to do something like that, then go to adult age-restricted website. Don't play into the stereotype that y'all are no good or y'all have no morals. But if a black man tells y'all think that we're trying to boss you around because y'all and y'all mothers and grandmothers and whomever bought into this thing that the white woman was telling y'all that the black man is your mortal enemy. We're not. And the same thing go for brothers. When sisters tell you, hey man, pull your pants up, take care of your responsibilities, man the fuck up. That's not attacking necessarily your manhood. But then after a while, when sisters have tunnel vision or men have tunnel vision, I can understand why people take it personal. I try not to because I said, you know what, I got to understand a point. Like I give you a perfect example. I did 2 videos yesterday talking about, should I wait? And I did a follow-up saying I didn't mean to. And I wanted the sisters to understand I don't want to throw black women under the bus. Now, I've gotten some personal messages from some sisters thinking that I'm using this excuse to go after white women. I said no. And I even stated that fact in the video that some brothers use those tactics to go to white women. If that was the case, I would never put a video up asking y'all opinion. But see, because so many brothers or so many self-hating brothers, I should say, and so many sisters that put this type of this mindset out there, people think though, he's doing something for ulterior purposes. That's not it. I value my people's opinion, right or wrong. I sit back and as a grown man, I analyze what's best for me, and I actually do the same for you. And that's all I've ever wanted to do. But some of our people are so fucked up in the head, they don't get it. Here it is, there are people putting out videos every day talking about us. Every day somebody is doing something racially to insult us. Instead of us putting out petty differences, and a lot of times we're not that far off, it's just that we want to be the boss. We want to be in charge. Instead of us saying, I'm going to step back and let somebody else take the lead. We start attacking each other. I mean, YouTube is the biggest tube site because it was the first. And people keep asking me, why do you keep bothering? Why do you want to help people who don't seem to be wanting to help? There are black people out there who want to be helped. There are brothers and sisters who maybe their first time on YouTube might come across my video or your video. And that first impressions mean a lot. Why would I put up imagery or say things that's going to chase them away to another site or turn them off? I hate the back and forth videos we have with each other, man. I mean, you got brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters, brothers and sisters going back and forth. And I've been a victim of that. I remember I made some videos. I was talking about black celebrities and their responsibility, or black business and their responsibility. And the first thing I get called from somebody was a hater. That's the first thing we go through is a hater. But then I sat back, I said, you know what? Let me go back and see who this person is. And when I went back, guess what? It was a white woman. Then I got another hater. It was a white man. And I'm sitting there, it's like they're using terms that they think we use or keep using. And they figure they can get a list of the response because they see me putting up videos. I said, they're coming in manipulating. And when I put up videos saying, hey, I know who you are, I know what you're doing, they start false flagging. They get mad. Ask yourself, why is it that they troll our channels? Ask yourself, why is it they the first ones to make comments on our channels? They don't want us speaking to each other because then that means they lose the little control that they think they have. I've done videos where I told brothers, I said, quit calling yourself a fucking minority. We're the fucking majority. If we was a minority, they wouldn't give a fuck about what we do or what we say. Sometimes y'all gotta sit back and just listen and think about these things. But you get brothers and sisters mad at me because I'm pointing it out. Here it is, you got a group of black men and black women on YouTube. It's the same group of people that does nothing but attack each other. And then when they move on, and then they all say, okay, let's agree. We're gonna chill out, but let's go after this person now. They move around. And y'all know in my videos, and I've stated, I have no love for a self-hating black man or black woman. They're a waste of air. They're a waste of life. I told y'all, I said, we need to deal with these people once and for all. If that means going the dirt nap or just ignoring them. But then you got some brothers, or at least they say brothers, want to question me. Well, you was in the military. You was in the white man's army. But yeah, you get up every day and go to the white man's job. Or you go you click onto his laptop and come onto YouTube. We all are slaves to a degree. But see, you want to bash me, want to question my manhood, or question my love of my people when I'm putting out videos all the time talking about the things that we need to do to better ourselves. But as I said before, a lot of these people are not down with the community. A lot of them are self-hating. A lot of them are they like to antagonize us. Here it is. You got sisters out here coming at me saying I said things out of pocket to them. And it's usually a certain type of black woman that keep this shit going. The one with the lace wig, bright color wig, big ass hoop earrings, usually very overweight or very bitter towards men in general, and this no derogatory, no derogatory, but using carpet munchers. If y'all don't know what that is, lesbian. Or you got the gay black man that don't want you putting his shit out on blast. Or you got the sorry ass black man that lives at home with mommy and daddy or grandmama. Got about $10,000 worth of tires on his car. Car barely runs. Poor hygiene. All they want to do is sleep all day. Those are the type of people that don't want you talking. But instead of us putting our issues to the side and say, we ain't going to come out on YouTube and just diss each other like we do. We're going to stand strong. When those two Cuban girls made that video about black folk back in around December, January, people were supporting them left and right. Even they knew it was wrong. There were people still supporting. And the irony among irony, you had black people defending them. Older black people. Y'all remember that chick V Nasty came out, was calling people nigger, and you saw that brother out there defending her? And I'm scratching my head and said, wait a minute. If you going to believe that we're going to take the power back from a word, why don't we start calling them out their names? We won't do that because deep down we fearful. Just a few weeks ago, Gwyneth Paltrow tweeted, niggas in Paris are real. Grown-ass black men who should know better, came out and defended her. I can get these younger cats. I can get them because they don't understand their history like we do or we should. But I was surprised that the younger ones didn't come out and defend. I don't remember hearing Lil Wayne and Chris and Drake and them come out defending her. Matter of fact, I don't think they said anything. It was those of us in our age group and older that was out here. Jay, 42 years old. Ice-T is a fucking baby boomer. Russell Simmons, a baby boomer. Torre, want to be Mr. Proper ass, is in his 30s. Professor Michael Eric Dyson was going back and forth with it. So I'm sitting there saying, there's something wrong because he's a baby boomer as well. See, we didn't let the idiots become the face and voice of our community. I've gotten people say, hey, dude, you should go out there and write a book, or you should go out and get on TV or the radio. You should do this and do that. And I said, yeah, that's good and all. But I said, I don't want that bullseye on me. I already got one on YouTube as it is. Anytime a black man stands by himself or a black woman stands by herself and speak to issues, the media, they attack him relentlessly, unjustly. Look what happened to Reverend Wright. He spoke the truth that every American with common sense have said. We did go around fucking with other people. We still fuck with other people. They had another get indignant when the shit come back on us. When he said chickens coming on the roost, that was a metaphor. When he said, no, not God bless America, goddamn America. Everybody knew what he meant. If you didn't know, you need to pick up a book, or you need to start thinking about some things. It's arrogant for us to think that God's only going to bless the United States of America. And if you think that means you're a part of that evil that goes along in the world. But some of our people don't take time to sit back and just analyze things. I remember when Reverend Wright came out there, a lot of blacks turned on him. But now that Mr. Obama showed himself up to be what a lot of us thought he were, now they call for people like Reverend Wright, Reverend Jackson, Minister Farrakhan, or brothers and sisters like you and I to step up and speak out. But when we were stepping up and speaking out, we was getting browbeat. So now all of a sudden, y'all let the idiots, the men and women who have nothing going for them, they can't talk themselves out of anything, become the face and voice of the community, and the face and the voice of YouTube. Here it is, there are white men and white women and other ethnicities who pop video about us saying they want to kill us, they hate us, go back to Africa, you like this, you like that. We don't say nothing to them. But what do? We attack our own because we've been conditioned. And that's the ultimate form of self-hatred. It pains me when I see sisters making videos about black men, or sisters just starting sending messages and putting themselves out there. I give you a perfect example yesterday. And I don't know if this is an actual black woman. I don't think it really is a black woman. I think they say they are. Because they came to my channel, left a comment, and if you saw the little screen avatar, it shows a woman hiking her ass up, heavy set woman with nothing on. Now I'm saying, if this is a black woman doing this, God, you sad. But more than likely, it's some troll, and they wanted to get a response time, and they didn't. So when they don't get a response time, what do? They vote down the videos. And then when I point this shit out, people are, you're being paranoid. But it's stuff is right out there, right in front of y'all. Y'all don't want to see it because deep down y'all afraid that the stuff that y'all been brought to believe is lies. It's like, when you're a kid, you believe in Santa Claus, then you find Santa Claus is not real. Now you feel like you feel stupid. Because we always say, hey, mommy, daddy, I saw Santa Claus. And then when you go, like, damn, did I actually say that? Mommy, Dad, I want to be Superman, or I want to be Wonder Woman. But when you realize you can't fly, or there's no invisible plane, you feel like, damn, did I actually believe in that? When you realize that you're not going to always get the best things in life, you feel, man, why did I grow up thinking that? But instead of us sitting here and saying, you know what, brother and sister, you know what, we may not agree with everything, we may not like this person, but I'd be damned if I let another person try to tear us apart. You think all white people get along? Nope. You think all the other ethnicities of color that are part of us get along? Nope. But they figure they want to get ahead, so they say, you know what, we gotta join forces with our enemy to take this person out, this group out. I remember I did a video calling out those Cuban girls, and I didn't say nothing hateful. But guess what? Cuban guy, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do this to you. He had put a video up and YouTube let it sit up there. If it wasn't for one of my female subscribers. And this sister knows who she is, and we communicate a lot. She said, Harvey, I got your back. And I got her back too. Even though she don't post videos up, I still value her opinion. Yes, I had another sister send me a nice personal message about me and relationships, and I appreciate her for that. I value the opinions of my people. What I don't value is the opinions of people who like to keep shit going. You are a parasite. You are a terrorist. You're no different than the men and women and children that I fought in Iraq. And before y'all start saying we went in that country illegally, yeah, we did. But it didn't take for those people to start shooting at men and women indiscriminately who did nothing to them. And that's another topic for another time, okay? But anyways, I watch us on YouTube. And I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if all of us can put our shit to the side and say, you know what? If it's a black video and it's something positive, something that's trying to uplift our community, something that's trying to lift a black man, a black woman, a black child, a black family, let's vote that video up. Let's come out with a group of videos talking about the black family, warts and all. But we're going to support it because we know what we're trying to do. Do you know how all the whites that come out and show their colors and y'all see who we got supporting us? Remember when Cat Williams got heckled by that Mexican guy And I think it was in Phoenix, Arizona. The guy called him a nigger. Look how the Mexican community came out and called Cat and the black community niggers. And you had black people still defending these people. But every day they show a hatred and disdain for you because they think they're white. Look how the Italians, within the last 60 years, have adopted to say, I'm white. But obviously you know where they come from. Same thing with the Asian community. Here, and I'm going to tell you something else. You have men and women who are considered Hindu or Indian, darker than us, hate our fucking guts. And they say it out here on YouTube. But instead of us standing together, standing strong, we attack each other. And that's the baffling shit. None of my videos, I preach hate. But when you get your own people attacking you, flagging you, folding videos down, you say, like, what the fuck wrong with us? But then you sit back and realize why some of them doing it. Because they want to be the popular. Or they want to be the bully. A lot of these people were bullied. Or they were bullies and they haven't stopped. Or they just like to see shit started. This is why some of my people are always going to be in the position they are. This is why I see some blacks don't want to have anything to do with certain people. I knew once it started getting warm here in the Chicagoland area, we was going to start losing a bunch of people. Every weekend, somebody's getting shot down. And I'm going to tell you, the police know who's doing it. You know who's doing it. But when we talk about on YouTube, first thing we get we're haters. Our videos get flagged real quick. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, I know some brothers and sisters I hating, but come on. I remember I made a video making a suggestion how we can police our community, and I got a lot of hate messages real quick. I'm like, wait a minute, who's doing this? This can't be black folk doing this. There are people that I don't even recognize coming to my channel. Any other time I put a video up, they don't make any comments. There's no action. But the moment I say something about taking back our community, boop, 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 I'm like, I wonder. Y'all think that I'm exaggerating. Y'all think that I'm fighting a no-win battle. Maybe I am fighting a no-win battle, but I'm not exaggerating. I purposely go put up commentary or images that show what people think of us. Yesterday, when I put the image of the Adidas shoe with the damn shackles, there was people saying to me, hey man, I don't believe this. Send me personal messages. I don't believe this. This got to be fake. I'm like, no. I did on my other channel, I did a video about the Walmart commercial about the black kid and his mom going to Walmart for a fucking cell phone, an iPad, whatever he was going to get. And they looked like they was cooning, smiling and dancing. But the white folks walking through the aisles looking at prices and comparing prices. We're dancing. You got the damn bra commercial. I know sisters seen that Playtex commercial where you got the two black women like, me and my bra, no problem here. They dancing. Everybody else was like, it supports me. Here it is. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Beyonce. They feel in order to get pressed, they got to take their clothes off. Black men, in order to get pressed, you got to go in the clubs and start fighting over some female that don't want you. But when we put videos up here like that, male and female, we get dogged. We get talked about because a lot of y'all like living like that. But then when you realize you ain't going on, you get mad at us for moving on. I and so many brothers and sisters have said it's going to be a time we ain't going to do these videos anymore. There's going to be a time we say, you know what, I done said all I can say. It's time for me to move on. And actually, I was going to move on my original channel. I had got to 400 subscribers. I had got to, I think, 40-something thousand views or something. Excuse me. And I said, that's it. I mean, I could have went on, but I said, no, I think I'm going to change change tactics. I might take a break from YouTube. Or I may never come back. A lot of people put videos up on YouTube, have just walked away. They're just sitting up there. But then my channel get false flagged. Then it gets taken down. And it lit a fire under me. I started doing another channel. And I even got more views faster than the original channel. But then that one got hit and false flag. Then I had to come up with another channel. Then that one got hit, then I had to come up with another channel. And that one came up fast. But now that one's been suspended for 2 weeks. And now I got this channel. And I just put this channel up last Friday, and I got the subscribers are popping up every day and the views are popping. And that scares those at Google and those who are self-hate issues and those who are racist. Because that means there are people out there actually listening. Like, I'll give you an example. And I keep using, I started using this brother as an example because I want people to understand you can agree to disagree. Tommy Sotomayor, I don't agree with a lot of his stuff, and some stuff he's dead on. But he made a point about us attacking the wrong people, like I've said. Angel Stuck No 7, Jerry Iron, the fashionable chick, and so many others who put videos, even those who put comments up have said we gotta stop attacking one another. Because what we're doing is giving ammunition to those outside the community who want to see us perish or want to see us in a subservient position, or those within the community who are just giving up and just don't give a fuck. That's why I don't understand why we don't use YouTube to benefit our community. Don't you realize that everybody's not on Facebook or whoever still use MySpace, or everybody's on Twitter or use Skype? So they use YouTube to communicate to each other. And that's what scares people. See, they control print. They control television and movies. They control radio. But the internet is an open forum. And they're going to stop raining on the internet. And that's what they're doing. Every time our videos get false flag or channel get taken down, that's censorship. They talk about hate speech or language or imagery or violation of copyright laws, but everybody else got music up. Everybody can speak hate speech. Everybody's got questionable images up. I'm just talking to you. But our own people aid in that destruction, aid in the stifling of our opinion and our voices. Like I said before, we're not gonna always agree with each other. And no human being is always going to, and no human being should. But we should respect one another. I mean, just think about if we all came together on YouTube and say, we're going to talk about children. That's what we should start at, talking about children. How we protect them, how we should love them, how we should teach them. And if every black YouTuber, young, old, straight, gay, hood or not, said we're going to talk about black boys and how we need to toughen them up, how honest we need to be with them. Watch all the hate videos come up. Watch all the vote downs. Watch how many channels get flagged. And that would tell you right there that the black male is the most feared and the most hated. And then, or we do a next video talking about black females or our little girls, how beautiful they are, how we need to protect them. Watch those videos get a bunch of vote downs and hate messages or taken down. Then we move on to the black male, about how he's viewed and what we can do as black men. Watch how the hating male and vote downs we getting the false flag. And same thing for the black female. If you talk about the black family as a whole, watch what happened. Or black business. Or call out those in our community who terrorize us. Watch what happened. They don't want you doing that because they want us. You don't think people getting a chuckle after hearing about a dead black boy or a dead black girl or black people being afraid to come out of their homes? A lot of y'all attack me and other brothers and sisters who served in the military. But wouldn't it make sense for y'all to say, hey, you know what, Harvey, or such and such, what techniques can we use to protect ourselves? What can we do to circumvent this law that we can't cover, conceal, carry weapons? How many of y'all know the stand your ground laws are all across the country? I know, depending on what network and what time of evening you watch, they'll tell you this and that. But here in Illinois, they got stand your ground laws. They don't talk about it a lot because they don't want a smart ass like myself out there using it. I mean, wouldn't it make sense for y'all to ask those type of questions or network? But you got brothers and sisters that are quick to give their opinion, but never put up a fucking video or hide their image or their voice or talk about nonsense. I don't give a fuck about what kind of drink you like. I don't give a fuck about what kind of dance you do. I don't give a fuck about who you fuck. I don't give a fuck about the next pair of Jordans or the next Kanye shoe. Because that shit is short term. That shit is a way to keep money out of your pockets. But like I said, some of us on YouTube don't know how to use it. All we here for is to attack one another, and that's the sad part of it. And a lot of y'all don't realize we're being manipulated. Everybody who lends you a comment ain't a black man or black woman, and everybody say they down with you ain't down with you. Because as I said before in my other video, there are people who subscribe to me will come at me and say one thing, then go to the black YouTuber who's talking mad shit about me for no reason and say, yeah, I can't stand Harvey. He did this. He served in the military. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting like, wow. This is why our community is always going to be in dysfunction. And this is why I'm starting to see why black men and black women who have a certain amount of money or a certain amount of education separate themselves from us. Because we're not loyal to each other. We don't even fake loyalty. Vote up, vote down, leave your comment.